overwhelmed. First of all, the first thing that you need to do is you need to acknowledge the lies that you're telling yourself about how you're falling short and how you're coming up short. Whether you feel like you're not the best mom that you could be being, or you're not growing your business the way that you should be doing it, or you're not the leader that you want to be, or whatever it is that you're talking down to yourself about, first of all, stop. Stop doing it. Stop talking down to yourself about where you are at, because you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Hey, Amanda. And the goal is to move forward, right? Don't get stuck in beating yourself up. So if you're overwhelmed, accept where you are. Give yourself grace, okay? That's the first thing I want to say. The second, so I've got 4 things for you to do if you're feeling overwhelmed and like there's just not enough hours in the day. You just can't, you just can't get to everything and you feel behind all the time. So here are the things that you're going to do. You are going to give yourself grace. Just do it. And that's like, just do it. Just give yourself grace. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Beating yourself up about where you want to be or where you could be or where somebody else is, and like comparing yourself to somebody else's journey is not going to get you where you want to be. So give yourself the grace, accept that you are where you are, and just love on yourself for a moment and realize that you're going to take the actions needed to move yourself forward, okay? Because if you wallow, you're not going to move anywhere. So give yourself grace. Stop trying to do everything. It's that whole like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So give yourself grace. You can't do everything. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. So you need to learn how to prioritize and figure out what's going to move you forward. So that's step 1. So step 1 is give yourself grace. Step 2 is minimize. A lot of M's there. Minimize. Minimize. We all we're knowledge whores, right? Like all we want to do is gain more knowledge and learn more stuff and learn all the things and follow all the people and do all the trainings and watch all the webinars and watch all the lives and do all the things. But the problem with doing all the things is it doesn't leave you time to actually do the things, to actually take the action. So minimize. Pick 2, 3 maximum leaders or mentors or coaches or whatever you want to call them, and follow those people religiously. Like commit to those people and take action on what those people tell you to take action on. Because what'll happen is you're gonna get personal development constipated, and you're not going to be able to produce anything because first you're going to be overwhelmed with the fact that you don't feel like you've caught up with anything. Second, you're going to feel overwhelmed because you've got too much knowledge and not enough application. You're just going to spin. You're just going to spin your wheels. So drop it. There are lots of great people to follow, but pick the people who resonate the most with you. Pick your tribe. Pick the people who are going to build you up, who are going to push you forward, who are going to give you the things that you need to move forward, and move forward with that. So I'm a personal development junkie. And so I join paid groups and free groups and all that kind of stuff all the time. And you really have to just minimize because it happens to the best of us. So minimize that. 2 to 3 people maximum, and then just follow those people religiously, taking action on the things that they are teaching you and training you to do. Our goal here in Real Mom Society is to have you guys take action. So we try to make sure that when we're giving you knowledge and when we're teaching you these principles and these skills, that we're giving you the tools and the time and the execution. We want you to execute. We don't want you to just sit here and twiddle your thumbs and wait for the next live or wait for the next training. We want you to be able to execute the things that we're teaching you. We want you to apply them as you're learning them. So just do the things, right? Every week for the last however many, 6 weeks, we have talked about a different principle in network marketing, and start applying those. And we're going to give you those tools. Like I said, we're going to go through the last couple weeks of August. We're going to go through and give you action steps. If you haven't taken action yet, you'll be able to take action when we give you these steps every day. So choose 2 or 3 leaders or influencers or coaches or whatever to follow them consistently, and take action on the things that they're teaching you. Number 3, clean up your newsfeed. So if you are falling into the trap of like just scrolling, like the scroll hole of Facebook, go through and clean that up. So hide people who aren't adding value to your life, who aren't inspiring you, who aren't your people. Hide those people. Unfollow people who you don't need to be following. Leave the groups that you don't need to be on. You can join them later. Leave the groups. I left like 300 groups a few months ago, and it has been so liberating. And you get to spend time in the groups that you need to be in. So leave the groups. Leave the groups that you don't need to be in right now. Clean up that news feed so it doesn't suck you into a bunch of pointless nothingness that's just sucking up your time and your mental energy. Create friends lists so that you can make sure that you're paying close attention to the people who actually matter to you, right? Make a list of, you did a friend, awesome, and the snooze button, exactly. Snooze people, hide people, unfollow people, remove yourself from those groups, and create lists. So if you create a list of like people who you think are going to be potential customers, like people who are interested in what you have, right? Who've shown interest. Make a list of those potential customers, potential prospects. Make a list of your team. Make a list of, those kind of things, so that you can go through and specifically look at what's happening with those people. And it also gives you the tools to, I know Amanda and I were talking a couple weeks ago about how she really wanted to post about a special, but she knows how unattractive that is to do publicly. But she was like, I know I have some friends on my newsfeed who aren't in my private group who would love to hear about this deal. So I was like, make a list of those people and post those people. If those people have said, I want more information, but aren't ready or willing or able or haven't said yes yet to be in your group, then make a list of those people. And then that way you can post your salesy posts to them, and the rest of the world, the rest of the people who are following you, who are just looking to you for value, who you're building up your influence with, aren't going to see that salesy stuff. So lists are amazing for that. And then the 4th thing that I wanted to give you guys as something that you can do to help with being overwhelmed is set action goals. So set action-based goals, things that you know that you can accomplish, and don't overwhelm yourself with these. So if you're feeling overwhelmed in general, what happens sometimes when we get overwhelmed is we freeze and we don't take action. So I challenge you to set some action-based goals. So whether that's adding, a friend a day on Facebook, messaging 2 people a day, posting twice a day, like things that you can take action on that aren't based on the result, right? So it's not like by the end of this week I want to sign up 5 customers. Well, you have a limited control on whether those 5 people become customers, right? But you can reach out to 20 people this week, right? And hopefully in return get 5 customers, but you know what I mean? Like, so set goals that are attainable what you can attain. It doesn't depend on anybody else. It doesn't depend on someone else saying yes. It just has to do with the work that you can put into it. So yeah, set some action goals for this week. And that can be as simple as like, I'm going to watch, the week 3 trainings from summer school, or I'm going to watch, I'm going to post on social media at least twice a day this week, or I'm going to talk to 5 people a day, or I'm going to add, 2 friends a day, like all those kind of things that are attainable to you. So set some goals up for this week. We will have lots more for you guys the week that we cover overwhelm and burnout. But for right now, start with this. Start where you are. Start right now. Start today. Start taking action. Start giving yourself grace.